Hello, SolarLoon here. Welcome, and thank you very much for stopping by my stream. I am SolarLoon. I'm an independent game developer and musician and stuff, and I make stuff. And what I'm making today, what I've been making for the past few days, on stream this week, has been this software MasterPlan, which is a software specifically made for basically productivity and to foster creativity. And it is a software that I believe in and other people seem to believe in, and it's going pretty well. This is a complete rewrite. I wrote the first version in Go, and I'm still writing this version in Go, but I'm writing it basically from scratch. And so you can see what the current state of the application is here. Let me switch actually to the other theme because this theme is a little bright. That's going to be here. There we go. So we have a basic context menu working. So you can right click and open a menu. You have buttons, options you can select. When you highlight one, it has a nice little pleasing line that grows underneath it. And you can choose an item, choose an option. And so the application works by basically creating cards, which are basically like tasks in the previous version, but they're basically just objects you can position around on your board freely. And yeah, you can check them off. You can place them together. You can resize them freely. Text wraps rather. There's a variety of card types, or at least there will be. Currently, there's just two: checkboxes and notes, but that's already pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, it's not too shabby at all. Yeah. The cursor I'm noticing is not quite correctly positioned for the letters. It just probably needs to be kicked over a little bit. Not sure if there's anything I can do about that immediately, but that's just something I noticed pretty recently, just like right now. But overall, this is pretty solid. So, yeah, this is what we're going to be working on, and so far it's been going pretty well, and hopefully it will continue to go pretty well. Let's go back to main. Let me also find some music here. Nah. Yeah. Go with something a little chill. There we go. Okay, now you guys should be able to hear it. Okay. So yeah, this is working pretty well. What we're gonna do now, I'd like to do a couple of things. Let me write it down on my to-do list. I never finish my to-do list whenever I stream. I always write down stuff I'd like to do and then never actually end up implementing it. This is something I need to fix. I would like to add different wording for options in context menu. I'd like to add a status bar, perhaps. Also, messages. Yeah. Okay. But first things first, let's commit this stuff. Okay, that should basically do it. There we go. That should be good. Butler Studio says, this song is probably one of my favorites by you. Oh, thank you. This is actually a remix of a song that is not mine. It was basically the background audio to I think an ad for a steady camera, a Steadicam, and it was like somebody following a cab along as they were filming it. But the background music was so good, the piano here, I was like, man, this like really would be a nice like chill kind of just background tune. And so I just added some layers on top, and that's what kind of what came out at the end. All right, so this is what we have so far. So what I'd like to do is, there's a couple things I need to fix. This all says new checkbox. I need to fix that. This needs to say new notes. How to fix that is kind of a question. I'm not sure. Butler says, totally agree. Sounds like I'm being put into a trance almost. Yeah, it's very relaxing. Very, not ethereal, but very like kind of transient, I guess you could say. Like, the piano just kind of like, it just kind of is not tense, but it's not happy. It's just kind of like there. I don't know. It's a very, it definitely does what it definitely does what it's doing pretty well, I think. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we want to fix this. So new checkbox, we want to change this text. Now the fundamental problem is that when you create a new card, it defaults to creating a new checkbox, and so when you switch it from a checkbox to a note, the text is still new checkbox. There's not really an easy way to fix that, because if the text was something, like let's say it was, finish my novel, and you switch a task type from checkbox to note, a note task, a note card, it should basically still say finish my novel. So that's why we go through this process. There's not really an easy way to fix this, essentially. I'm trying to think if there's another way. There might be, let's see. Yeah, I guess we could do something like this. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Serialize is fine. So we could do something like this. Oh, there's still an error down here. Yeah, we could do something like this. Yeah. Now, what I'd like to do is be able to select text. That's going to be something a little difficult. Well, we can go ahead and give it a shot. Let's actually commit this before we continue. Let me actually also... Okay. Let's see. Content... Oops. Okay. So if we go to GUI and we go to label, what we want to be able to do is basically select label, select text in the label. We can do that. Oh, I see. Oh, this is draw. Okay, let's see. I've clicked in rect. Okay, so this is where we get basically do the process of, you know, you're clicking in the rect, and so actually, let's do a couple things here. Let me think. Instead of this, we want probably... Okay. Where is this? Okay. This should make it so that we can hold the button rather than clicking. We can hold the button to position the caret. It most certainly did not do that. Let's see. If editing, if editable, okay. Oh, do we consume it? We do consume it. Okay, we don't want to consume it anymore. There we go. Okay, better. Now, now that we know what's going on, let's go back. Don't want to consume it anymore. I think we don't want to consume it anymore anyway. Okay. Now what we want to do is basically get the, have a starting and ending part of the selection. So start selection can be an int, end selection can also be an int. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Start selection equals label dot caret position. button.released. Then we want to do end selection equals probably lay. I'm not sure what we want to do when the button's released yet. So if start selection is less than 0, then we set that. Then we say basically if in selection, I guess the in selection can just be this. So something like this should work pretty well. To start with, start selection can be -1. Same for in selection. Let's see. I'm not sure about that yet. Maybe actually this would be when it's pressed. Then we set this. That might be better. So that we reset when we click. Okay. Okay, so that's done. Then we let's see, backspace, inner. So it runes at caret. If you type, you delete. Let's see. Okay. Label that caret position. Is in line. All right. So what we probably want to do is replace this with just position of index. Or I guess we say index position. And then we say index int, and then we go with that. Then we go back and replace this with basically the black caret position. So this gives us basically the caret's position. I guess we say index to world. That would probably be a better description. Then what we can do is basically say if label.start selection is greater than -1, then start is going to be this, end is going to be this. And then we just say like for I is equal to, I guess we just say if for I is equal to label.start selection, I is less than label.in selection, I plus plus. And then we say basically rect, or do we actually need to do anything else? We could probably maybe, let's see. So start plus x plus equal label dot labels dot font text renderer lit label dot text I. Oh, maybe I could just do label.index to world I. But I don't know the width of the. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so this is the position, and then we have the size, which is gonna be I guess we just get the glyph actually. It's going to be label.text I. But yeah, globals.text. Okay. You're that glyph. Nil. Then actually, if glyph is nil, then we can continue. Otherwise, we wish to simply let's just fill a rectangle, and that rect is going to be position.x and y, and then glyph.width and glyph.height. All right, that should kind of do what we're looking for. Maybe. Yo, what's up there? Okay, that's a good start. We want to transform this by the camera. We'll just call it TP. It's going to be globals.camera.translate this rect. All right, this actually works pretty well. You can't go backwards because it's going from start selection to end selection, and so start selection is like 10, and here it's 0, so 10 to 0, that doesn't work. So we need to flip them. But this actually does work pretty well. We just need to draw it basically before it draws the text, which is here, yeah. So we probably want to draw I guess we could just move this entire thing up. That probably would be fine. Okay. Yeah. So this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad for a start. What we probably wanted to do is, let's see, what color do we want to work with here? Probably want to work with a darker green. Yeah. So we're going to fill the, well, hold on. Because we can't change, I don't think we can change the actual. Maybe this will work. Maybe we'll go with this color, this white color. Let's set the color explicitly before we continue. This is going to be get theme color, GUI menu color. Okay, so yeah, this might work okay. Let's not worry too much about the visualization of it right now because the color might change. It's subject to change, which is fine. But we want to be able to actually like edit the text. So in order to do that, we need to firstly allow you to go from the right to the left when selecting text, which should be doable by going back to the changes we made, which is here. Let's see, if start selection is less than 0, okay. Right, and then in selection, okay. So then we say basically if label.start selection is greater than label.in selection, then we want to swap. There we go. So this should allow us to basically move them around a little, you know, go from right to left. It does not work. Why is it not working? This goes, that works, but this does not. Why does that not work? Start selection. So start selection is 10, in selection is 9 or 8. So we swap them, now it's 8 and 9. Let's see, if the start selection is greater than in selection. In selection. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Maybe we will allow the start and end to be reversed, and no, that doesn't make sense. We need it to be a consecutive and contiguous range. It can't go reverse. So if it's going from 2 to 0, we want it to go from 0 to 2. Start selection is greater than swap. Start selection is end selection is swap, start. Start, end. Start, end, 2, 2. I see. It's because we're setting labels in selection to be this. Let's see. So I guess what we need to do is this. That might work instead. Let's see. It most certainly does not work. Labeled at start selection is greater than labeled at end selection. That's correct. We then set the start position. A Big Red G says, do you not have hot reloading on? No. Well, Go doesn't have hot reloading. It's a compiled language. I guess I could implement or run, what is it? Reflex, that's fine. But I feel like I do better when Reflex is off, if I don't know what I'm doing, which is kind of where I am right now. I'm not 100% sure why this isn't working, but I'm pretty sure I can just work it out. So the start selection is greater than the end selection if you go backwards, because the end So the end selection is label caret position. So we swap them. Okay, so I think what's happening is that basically when we swap, okay, I think I see what's going on. So if we go right, that works. If we go left, it doesn't work because we swap start and end, and then we drag it over so that we're just constantly swapping over start and end, basically. Like, so this is start, this is end, we go back, now this is start, this is end, we swap it, start to end, and then we put the end here. So we're just like overriding constantly. What we want to do is basically say, if your starting position is, okay, let's just do this the easy way, which is basically we do this, but only when we're reading the start or end selection. Yeah. Start selection. And end selection, start is greater than end, then we swap them. Start, end, And then we return label.text start end. There we go. So we can have them be backwards. I think that should be fine. And it's just a matter of start end. It's just a matter of when we actually use them. Where's the... Oh, okay. When we actually use them, that's where it gets kind of where we have to use this to get the selected text. I think we'll be okay. So now when we do this, we basically say range. It's going to give us 2 integers. Turns start and end. You know what? Maybe we can make a struct specifically for this, so that when we we can modify the start and end. Like we have an object that basically represents a selection. We set the start and end with this, and then it will swap them as necessary. And then you can also get the text through this function, through this object. That kind of makes sense. Let's see. Something like that should work. Yeah. Cool. Now what we want to do is actually be able to edit the text. To do that, the easiest way to do it is to basically make it so that we can delete text that delete multiple characters out of a string, like multiple characters out of the text label, and then we can just pass it the indices, the selection, and that's basically it. So so let's make a function delete selected characters, which basically just says this. I guess we could actually kind of simplify it a little bit by saying delete characters, and we just say start, end, make them integers. Then we say start, and then we say end, and that's basically it. Then we go ahead and when we delete, we can just say label.delete characters, label.character position, label.character position. Which actually, I don't know if we need to do this anymore. I think we could actually just use the selection directly. So we can just say selection range. And that's basically it. Start 0, end is greater than let's do some basic bounds implementation here. Less than length, okay. And same thing for the end. Actually, it probably would be better to implement this directly into selection range. No, that's okay. Let's implement it here. All right, so that's basically that. And then we more or less should be good to go. Okay, so something, you can press delete. You can delete everything in sequence. It crashes because the slice bound is out of range. It's scared me to the left. Nice one. What? Wait. Slice bounds out of range 1. Why is start 1? Why is start 1? All right, let's see what's going on. Why? When is it ever 1-0? Oh, it's because end +1. I see. I see. My bad. Okay. We'll do it like this, and then maybe say end plus equal 1. We might not need to do that. I believe we will though. Let's give that a shot. See if that works. It does not work. If end is greater than equal to the length. Okay, getting there. It's getting there. Okay. Today. Index out of range 2 with length 2. Start end 2. Selection range. Okay, so this is what I was talking about before. So let's go ahead and do this. So the carrot position actually doesn't really exist. It's really just the... Yeah, it's not going to work. But we're kind of getting there. Let's see. Deleted a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit over aggressive. It's deleting one extra character. But that's almost there. Selection range. End. Start end. I think this is fine. Let's see. End +1. Let's not delete end +1. Okay, so this is working pretty well. I think what we probably want to do is get rid of the carrot position entirely. It might be better to simply have the selection, right? Because it's like, the caret position is really just the start or end of the selection. Can the caret move? I'm trying to see. Can the caret move like independent of the selection? It doesn't seem like you can normally. Yeah, it seems like they're basically one and the same. Okay. So basically, a caret position is just a selection. A start and end selection that's the same value, basically. Something like this. So the caret index in line don't exist. It would be just the index in line. This is going to be labeled in selection, and then all right, something like that should work. Let's see. Lucretius, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you feeling? The classic Solar Moon stream background music, yeah. How's MasterPlan going? Where would you say percentage-wise on the rewrite? Probably like 7%, 12%. Like, it's not very far along. Well, maybe. Let me think. Maybe, because you can save, you can load, you can create cards, tasks. Maybe like 20%. Because I still have to make the settings, the project settings. I still have to make the browser, the board browser or page browser at the right. And I still have to implement like 6 more cards. I still have to implement, or tasks, whatever. I still have to implement images, sounds, timers, deadlines. Yeah. So like maybe like 20%, 15%. Is it Fedor? I always forget your name. Fedor. Hello, Fedor. How are you feeling? Lucretia says, no, that's pretty good. Do you find progress faster or slower? I find the second time around progress is a little faster since you have hindsight and such. Yeah, I think overall it's maybe a little faster because basically I know what I'm aiming for, and also like the API of SDL, you know, takes some learning, but because I've done this before, I kind of know what I need to do. So it's a little faster, but it's not like dramatically so. I would probably say like I'm gonna aim for having this out by the end of June. That would be great. I'll aim for that. Not sure if I'll be able to hit it, but I feel like it would be good if I could finish it up around that time. I'll aim for it. I don't know if I'll reach it, but we'll see. Okay, so the caret position, if the start selection is greater than, then it's going to begin to look. This should be reversed. There we go. Let's see what else. Insert runes at caret. That's no longer a thing. It's going to be insert runes, I guess, at index. This honestly is just like combining things, isn't it? You're really just... Oh no, insert runes at index. That's fine, I think. Seems like a reasonable timeline. Yeah, hopefully so. Butler says, what was your last job before this? Basically, before this, I was like a technical support representative. So like answering phones and stuff, helping people with technical issues. That was the most recent one. Look at that. All right, we'll see if this works. No idea if it will. All right. Yeah, not working. What we need to do is kick forward the selection range. So inserting rooms at index, I guess we could just say label dot selection selected start selection equal plus plus in selection equals. Oh, whoops. Lucretia says, "Are you wrapping text boxes now?" Yeah, the text boxes are wrapping now. It's not perfect, but it's working well enough. Necessary. Yeah, it is. It is highly necessary. What we're gonna do, I feel like it was almost like working when I got rid of the caret position, but I feel like the caret position is not correct, right? Like, yeah, I feel like there is no such thing as a caret position, actually. It's just a selection. Let's see, delete characters. Let's see. This is solved by changing that. Backspace. Oh, I see. Maybe something like that. Let's see. That's where I was missing. Okay. Lightly working? Okay, so start -1 is deleting the character that we wanted to delete, I think. N-E-W, yeah. But it's kicking the start forward. So label that start section minus. Yeah, I feel like this would be better if I had an actual like object to represent this, because then I could do stuff kind of more concisely. Yeah, let's do that, because this is kind of all over the place. Let's create an actual object that represents the selection. Okay. Let's see, how can we do this? I'm going to nuke as much of this code as possible. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can nuke basically all of the code. And start again. We don't want selection range. We don't need selected text. Delete characters. That's no longer going to apply. This no longer applies. This no longer applies. Okay. This no longer applies. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do now? We should still, yeah, we still have it. Okay. So if double click, the editing is true. Okay. So okay. Don't want that. Okay. All right, so we're editing, we're good. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna test this out first by basically saying, let's make a selection. And we're gonna say it's gonna be from 0 to 5. So the first 5 characters. I guess we could say select actually. Start, end, int. ts.start, start, ts.end equals end. We're gonna go with this. So we have a start and an end. Select. And then what we're gonna do is when we go to draw, we're gonna try to like visualize it. So we say if label.selection dot length, I guess we'd just say len. That's fine. Yes, let's start. 0, 1 minus 0, 2 minus 1, 1. Yeah, okay. Length is greater than 0. Then we say I'm trying to think about how we want to do this. I think this will flip it as necessary. This will also take a label. So we can say that, and then we can pass in label.selection equals new text selection label. Okay. And we're selecting 0 to 5. This is a demo, so we're selecting just those characters, runes rather. Length, okay. So I is going to be label.selection.start. And it's going to go into label.selection.end. And that's that. Okay, cool. So yeah, there we go. So selecting the first 5 characters, 0 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So selecting the first 4. First 5 characters, but from 0 to 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0 to 5, exclusive to 5. Okay. Now, when we go to select, what we also want to do is basically kind of cap these off. So we basically say if ts start is less than 0, then we know that it can't be, you know, we want it to be at least at 0. And then same thing for end. It's greater than the length of the label's text. Then we know the we want oops, we want it to be the same. Now let's think about this a little bit. Let's say you have something of 5 characters. That's 5 characters in length. So you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't have the selection start at 5, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you have it start at 5? No. You cannot have it start at 5. Can you? Or end at 5? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you wanted to select this character, it would be 4 and 5. So yeah, this is the limit. All right, we're good. So the end is going to be the same. We also want to swap these if necessary. So if start is less than end, then you're coming at it from the left. And so we basically say swap is going to be start equals end, and end equals swap. And we also want to know which side, caret side, I guess you could say. Actually, we could say caret position. So by default, the caret position is going to be the end, but if your start is less than, if your start is less than your end, that means you're coming at it from the right, right? So it's like start, end. Start is 5, end is 0. So we swap these, and so the caret position should be the start instead. If start is less than end. Or no, if start is greater than end. There we go. Then we swap these, and then the caret position is at the start. Okay, this is basically what we need to do. And we should be basically solid to continue, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So now we can kind of get cracking. Late selection, yeah, we don't really need that. Deleting characters is going to be necessary. But we'll come back to that. So if you press right, what we want to do is basically advance the selection by 1. Which is basically going to or wait, I guess what we want to do is basically kick the caret position forward by 1. Select yes, okay, so select uniform. We want to select the caret position +1. And then if we press left, we want to do the same thing, but -1. Rashad Z, yo, how's it going? Hold on. This is a little strange. What did I change that made the highlighting no longer work? It must have been this, I guess. Must have been this. I guess I can just do that. Oh, is the length no longer, is it at 0? It is at 0. Why is it 0? End minus start. Select 0 to 5. And minus start. Oh. No, this is right. Let's see. Oh, it's because the text hasn't been set. Okay, I see. This needs to be set first. Then the selection can be created, and then we can move forward. All right. That is not the reason why this isn't working. Apparently. Let's see. And 0 and 0. Oh, the text isn't being set. Okay. Why is the text not being set? Why is it not giving me print line? Label. It's blank. Why is it blank? Like, this was working a few seconds ago. Okay. Because we're creating the label here and then we're setting the text later. Okay, that's what's going on. Alright, that's fine. What we'll do, we will select it just to test. Here, we'll just say if SDL.is nope. If all right, so I just want to test this out to make sure this is actually working correctly. I don't know if it's working correctly. Let's see. All right, so what we're gonna do, let's go to the draw section. Where's this part? Okay, so we can actually use this. We're just gonna say the caret position is that, and that should basically do what we want it to do. All right, so it's able to go sub-0 levels, but I'm not sure why. Caret position +1, -1, select uniform. Okay, index, end, start. Oh, it's because this is here. Okay, this needs to be at int, true at int is false. At int. All right, that should basically do it. And most certainly did not do it. Oh, it's because it's not limit. I see. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. All right. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. Next, this really we don't need select uniform now that I think about it. We could just do select with the index, both indexes. I guess we're good. But let's not. Well, let's yeah. Yeah, I guess this is fine. Yeah, and then say prev is this, and then we just say select prev, and that's that. Okay, now up is going to be basically selection caret position. Line and okay. Now this is where we get a little weird, because what we want to do is basically select. If you press up, it should select. Actually, it's. We want to select the caret position minus the index in the line. I think this is what we want. Otherwise, we want to, and this is just select 0, 0. This would be minus that, I think. All right, let's see how that works. There's not really a way for us to. Oh, yeah. Not perfect, but it's close. It's close enough. I think it might be an issue because yeah, that works. It's just when it gets long. So let's see. It's gonna be if the index of the position of the caret in the line is greater than or equal to the length of the previous line. So this we want to subtract the position by. Well, what did this used to be? Caret position minus equal the index. Caret index inline minus caret index inline plus 1. Is this incorrect? Oh, is it? No. It's greater than or equal to length text lines caret 1 minus 1 greater than 0. All right, let me see. Let's do some more printing. All of your problems are solved if you print enough. 5, 3. Yeah, no, it should be 3. Caret position minus the index in line. Minus the index in line plus 1. Oh yeah, that definitely should work. Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right, we're good. Cool. So that's good. We're cruising. We just are gonna do the same thing here. Selection, caret position. Index line, caret position. Greater than. Then we say we want to. It's gonna be next. And it's gonna be label.selection caret position plus length. That minus. Oh my gosh. Minus index in line caret position plus this. And then we select next. Let's label that text. Okay. Let's see if this works. All right, this actually is working really well. Okay, all right. I think I'd like to try something else. Try that. We got to test it pretty heavily. Oh, yeah, that's not right. It's close, but that's, yeah, just not quite right. Up is bad there. Yeah, okay. So there's a couple of issues here. When you press up, so you're in line 3, or 2, 0, 1, 2. Press up, greater than line, it's greater than 0. Index greater than the length. Okay, that's not right. 0 minus length. No, this minus length of the previous line. Yeah. The problem might be. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is probably a problem with my code actually, more so than anything else. So if it's down, it might just be this, and this might be it. Yeah, it most certainly is not it. All right, well, I'll figure that out later. I don't want to waste too much time on this. All right, so next what we're gonna do is click and drag, right? Click and drag. So if you are inside, also we don't need this anymore. So if your mouse is inside the rectangle, you click. We can say you select like. Actually, I'm not sure. Let's see. If you hold, then you want to get the position, get the closest position. Okay. Okay, this might be it. This is the start. So click, you're setting the closest index to the start, and then if it's held, section must start. This is index, which should be flipped as necessary, right? Let's see. Button up pressed. I feel like I'm pretty close actually. So this is the start, this is the end. Let me see. There we go. Okay. This is the same problem that I had earlier, but anyway. Jonah Dev says, "Good day, everyone. I'm joining while I code all the way from New Zealand. How are things going?" Hello, welcome. Thank you very much for stopping by. Things are going poorly as anticipated. This is the same problem I had like an hour ago. It's just in a different code base, basically. Like I changed the code around, and I'm still having the same fundamental issue that I actually solved. So I have to figure out. But that's just part of coding, though. The fundamental problem is when we click Well, I guess there's a couple of issues here. Click should set the start. Release should set the end. Yeah, I guess that might work. Let's see. What is it not doing at the moment? It's not properly selecting the text. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. If button is pressed, or button is held, or button is released. Well, let's do this. Let's say, okay. This is index. -1. All right. Alright, something like that might work. Let's see. But yeah, it's not selecting the text properly. Alright, now we can click in there again. That's good. Alright. We can't go backwards. The problem with going backwards is when we basically say like, okay, here's the start, let's move back. It's saying, okay, this is the start, this is the end, let's switch that around, so this is the start, this is the end. But then we set the end to this. I believe. Let's see. Selection start, closest index. Yeah, I can see your message. Jonah says, what if you kept the start and end the same? Then you get this, which is fine. That works fine. This also works fine. It's just this that's not working. Going backwards. Because the start is getting overwritten by the end, essentially. When you're drawing the highlight, use the math min and max. Well, the issue isn't really this drawing of the highlight. The issue is that the end and start are being replaced. Because if the end is well, I guess maybe I shouldn't swap the start and end. Maybe I shouldn't swap the start and end. I guess that's what the issue is, and that's I guess that's it. That's the only thing I need to do is just not swap it. If I don't swap it, then I can basically have a function that swaps it for us. That is basically a, what's the word? Like a I guess we'll say fixed selection. Say if ts.end start is after ts.end, start ts.end, if start greater than end, start, otherwise return the start. Okay, something like that should work. So then when we go back down here to here, we can say start, end, and then say start and end are labeled .selection.fixed. selection, and that, I guess we could say formatted range or contiguous. That should work. Okay, so that should basically do what we need to do, I believe. It does not do what we need to do. Let's see. Although, why is it not doing what we need to do? We're not swapping. If stars, so we're setting this properly, but we're not swapping it anymore. It's confusing if you want it to copy and paste in the right order. It should work. Let's see. Okay, can you? Oh my gosh. Excuse me? It's just straight up not even registering. Okay. Oh, it's because the length is... Okay. Start in equals ts.contiguous range. Turn in minus start. Okay. Still not working. Let's see. Interesting. All right. Next, let's see if the issue start false. Let's just start just end. Let's see, do I mind explaining how the drawing function works with the highlight? Sure, but that's not the problem. Oh, what? Did it just not, like, update? Was that the issue? Okay, fair enough. Fine. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I did save it, but for some reason it was just slow, I guess. Let's see. So I guess we don't need this anymore. We can just say if ts end start, then set this end, otherwise set start. Let's see. Oh, okay, so we can just set it to be this, because we're not swapping him anymore. That's right. Okay. There we go. Cool. Fantastic. All right, now we should be largely set up to actually implement this properly. So we basically say if you backspace, then we want to delete characters. So we say, I guess there's a couple of ways we could do this. 0, then we can just say label.delete characters. Selection dot give us range. Okay. There we go. And then we can say label.selection.select label.selection start. That should be, or wait. Start and start. Okay. That should basically do what we're trying to do with backspace. Delete is basically the same thing as backspace here. So we select stuff, we press backspace, it deletes those letters, and that's it. Okay, cool. Now if the length is equal to 0, then we want to basically just delete instead. Just the start -1, and then probably select something like this. Previous is going to be say all right, so that should basically do it, I believe. Crash. Why did the crash? All right, so I guess we need to basically see is, let's see, if start is less than 0, start is equal to 0. Start is less than or equal to 0s, yeah, always mess me up. That's just the way it is. It do be messing me up though. All right, that works. So now we can do the same thing with delete. It's basically the same thing as backspace. It's just forward. Oh, there's only one delete? I thought there was multiple deletes, like numpad. Well, I guess maybe it's in the same key code. Like the numpad delete versus the... Is it only one delete key on the keyboard? I thought that there was like a delete key, a dedicated one, in the 6-key brick here. But then some keyboards also had one for the numpad, like on one of the numpad keys. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I've forgotten. I don't know. Okay, so delete is going to be the same. Basically, we delete the characters that are there if a character is selected. It doesn't function any different whether it's backspace or delete. But then if there is no key selected, then delete should delete the next key. Something like that. We still can't type though. Let's go back and add that back in. It should work much like this. You know what? I'm gonna make this a function because we're doing this kind of constantly, and it's always the same. Yeah. Yeah, Then we say basically we wish to insert runes. The character that you're entering, we want to insert it at the index. Insert. Did we delete that? This anymore? Did we delete insert runes? We did. We commented it out. Don't do anything with that anymore. That's fine. Delete selected characters. We should input it at the character position. Okay. All right. It's not working because we have to actually I think we actually have to do something like this. Selection dot select label dot selection character position +1. There we go. Yeah, not perfect, but still pretty solid. This is like the remaining jank is this. Going up and down is a little weird. But I mean, hey, we managed to get this working. It's not quite trivial, but it works. Excellent. Doing it the right way is not that hard. Okay. So label that select characters. Okay, so you press enter. Then we basically get the start, which is going to be the caret position, label that caret position. And then we also wish to move the selection forward. I guess actually we do this enough. I guess we're okay. But this is we can make a function that basically just does this. It selects the next caret position. Let's do that. It makes it a little cleaner. Like that. And so we can just go over here and we can say increment. We can go over here and we can just say label dot selection dot advance caret 1. Or -1. And then what else? If you delete characters, yeah, that's fine. Here, I think, yeah, we can just say +1. There we go. All right, so that's basically it. We should be good to go. Did I? Okay, I thought maybe I saw a bug, maybe not. Oh. Oh. Yes, it's deleting one extra one. Is it doing it for delete too? No, okay. It's weird. How is this? That's weird. Backspace is deleting. Is this being called? It should not be called. It is. Why is it being called? The length is 0. Why would the length be 0? Oh, because we delete the characters. Okay. Yeah, alright. So what we just need to do is basically this instead. Not sure why I wasn't doing it with the delete key, but anyway. Going to get my dog to play with other dogs. Be right back, possibly. Alright. So yeah, I'll probably be gone by the time you come back. But thank you very much for coming by, Lucretius. Always a pleasure to have people support the stream. Alright, delete selected character. We don't actually have to do this anymore. Alright. Yeah. Clean. I would like it to work even if we're not in the box. But that would be like we'd have to change some things around here. All right, but this is fine for now. This is fine. I believe copy and paste should be relatively easy, so I'm just gonna throw that in here to do. Should be relatively easy. We'll put it here, I guess. If globals.key or no, let's program settings key bindings on copy text. All right, maybe line, maybe text, AC. All right, paste text. All right, so now when we go back to GUI, we say, okay, if you copy, then we basically get the text. It's going to be label.text. It's going to be start. Okay. And then we say, oh, I don't remember. Something like that. All right. Can't use this as string. Okay. Convert to string. That should basically be it. We probably, let's panic for now, but in truth, we probably don't want to panic on this kind of a thing. We probably just want to rather report it some other way, but this should be fine. Let's see, is it working? Copy? Copy? It is. I don't think it's working. Let's see. Key bindings on capital text. Let's see. Presence iota. Okay, it definitely seems to be working. Let me try something real quick. I want to see if this is working. Definitely should be. I don't think there's any issues. It is not working. Why is Control-C not working? Alright, well, it definitely got there. Let's see. Wait, did I? Yeah, that's right. Oh, it's because they share? Okay, if family shortcut is included. I see. Break otherwise if family shortcut dot ease greater than ease. All right, let's try that. That should kind of do it. This isn't a great design, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, it's not great design for the system, for the shortcut system. Basically, if you have another shortcut that is longer than the current shortcut, that gets priority, which makes sense in some way. Like if you have a shortcut that's like Control-Shift-Z, that's a good example. Control-Z to undo and Control-Shift-Z to redo. Perfectly fine, but if you, let's say, are editing text where you can't undo or redo, or let's say you're in some other mode like the settings where you can't undo and redo, both of those shortcuts are now unavailable and other shortcuts can't be used. So pressing Z for something wouldn't work. That's not great design, but at least this should work now. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, so this is working. Cool. So now we just have to do paste as well, which should be relatively simple. We're just gonna put that in here and say KB paste text, and then just read all. Where is this? No. Label dot insert add indexed text. We want to put it in at delete selected characters. Put it in at start. Okay, that should basically do it. It ain't working. Is it just not reading the clipboard? No, it's not detecting the paste shortcut. Did I define it correctly? I did not. Cool. It's not advancing. So in order to do that, we need to go back over to here. When we paste it in, we wish to delete the selected characters. I think we want to insert the runes, and then we want to... actually, this is on topic. We want to probably also advance the caret by the length of the input text. That way, if you input a character that's multiple bytes, or no, wait, it should be just one, shouldn't it? Because even multi-byte runes are still just runes. I think that should work. Paste is going to be here. I want to advance it. Caret by the length of text. I don't know if we need to convert it to a rune. That's fine. Let's try this. All right, seems like it might be working. So we can put start. We can delete all this stuff and replace it with start. We can replace 3 letters with start. Okay. Cool. Let's make another shortcut for selecting all text. Okay. And we just go over here. We say basically copy paste. AB select all text is just basically label.selection.select 0 length label.text. Should basically do it. Cool. Let's make cut. Actually, it should be would be better to start with this. AB cut text is going to be selection. Use range. Let's see. Use range. Nice. All right, I think that should kind of do it. I think that should kind of do it. Let's try it. Nope. Nil pointer. I didn't define it. I didn't define the cut. That's cool. I'm gonna do something insane and try to copy all of this text from this code file into a single thing. Oh my gosh, it's instant, dude. What the heck, bro? Oh my gosh. Okay, now it's slowing down because that's actually like recreate the thing, the texture. But this is still really good. This is crazy, dude. All is code. I feel like I need to move faster. The panning needs to move faster on command, but this is pretty good. This is still pretty good. This is good. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. Let me do one more thing before I do this, before I forget. I'm just gonna do something insane like this again. But what I'd like to do is basically see how much, like, what's my GPU usage like? Yeah, 4 gigabytes. It's using up all the GPU memory. Might be, but I don't think it's, I think it might not be clearing the memory actually. It's not freeing it. Let's see. If we go to text renderer, is that right? Because it renders out the text to an image, the result. Okay, actually, let's go to label. Because that's what holds the result, right? Okay, recreate texture. So it destroys the image. Yeah, it's just the texture. The texture gets destroyed, and then we render it out again. I wonder if this is actually calling it correctly? I'm not sure. Destroy the renderer, destroy the texture, flash present. Let's see. Actually, it could also be the card. When we recreate it, are we destroying the previous one? We are, okay. Yeah, we are destroying it, okay. I'm not sure, I have to see. There seems to be a virtual, VRAM link that I'm missing. I could not figure out. I could not remember that, but it seems like there's a VRAM link leak I need to resolve. But this is pretty good. This is still like really solid actually. Like it's not perfect, but the upside is it's definitely pretty solid and it's working really well. It's very smooth, it's very crisp. Actually, now that I think about it, it would be cool if when you zoom out, it doesn't draw the actual text. It just draws maybe like black boxes or something like that. So you can't read it because you can't really read it. Where's my to-do list? Zoom out. Shouldn't draw. Simplify. Okay, well this is pretty good. This is actually really solid so far. There's still a ton of things to do, but it's really shaping up. I think something I would like to add is, let me go back over here. Something I would like to add is the ability to what's the word? Like snap stuff. So you can snap cards to spaces where they would fit. Yeah. You know what? I wonder if that's even, if I can even do that. Let me think. Like if I can do that now. Let's see. How would that work? I think that's doable once I get like not the physics, but the collision system implemented. The previous version of MasterPlan worked pretty much that way, where basically there was an underlying grid that controlled where tasks were, or just indicated where tasks were, so that it could say like, oh yeah, you know, there's a task below me or above me. Once I implement that, then it will be possible, or at least more feasible, to do this snapping system where it's like, oh yeah, it'll try to be here or here or here or here. And similarly, if you have a, you know, setup like this, you know, an object like this should snap to this position, this position, this position, this position, this position, this position, like that. It should snap to corners, basically. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm pretty pleased. I'm pretty pleased with the outcome. I think that it works really well, and I think that at its core, this is a very solid step up compared to the way MasterPlan was previously. I think that it's just everything is getting more polished and everything is going getting better, and so I'm pretty pleased with the outcome. And I think it's something. It's in a work in progress, but it's getting better every time I work on it. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLoon. It's been fun. It's been real. I do appreciate everyone supporting the stream. If you do want to support further development on MasterPlan, please do feel free to purchase a copy on itch or Steam. If you got it on Steam or itch, please do leave a review, and I would appreciate it. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLoon, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side next time with another stream. See ya. Oh, and also my streaming schedule is probably going to be normalized. It's probably going to be like Tuesday and Thursday, or Tuesday and Friday every week. So please do look forward to it next week. And also check out the Discord. I'll post my updates on my Discord, on my Twitter, and you can follow those locations to basically see what the schedule is going to be. I'll have to put it somewhere. Discord is pretty good because I can like make a message I can update and change, but it'll be consistent. It'll be there. And I'll also post about it on Twitter. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLoon. I'll catch you guys on the flip side, and thanks for stopping by.